meeting is not adjourned. We are recessing, and those who want to come, continue around the corner on 9th Avenue, 614 9th Avenue.
Is that the diner? Excuse me.
Hi, Sheila's friend.
No. Let's. You could sit here. People could sit here. That's a good idea. I think it's a good idea. I second it. I second the motion.
We could have 5 more people sitting down.
That's right. That's right. I second the motion. I think it's a great idea. This is the Last Supper. I got a Last Supper sheet.
What's her name? I don't need to see it. I wouldn't volunteer myself.
So we have to have some unfinished business. First order of business, I would suggest we put on the agenda is the election of LSB officers.
$5 per person.
Alan was here. Can these be clear that these are pro tem until the election is clear? It's a transitional
You
officers.
can make a motion to that effect if you like.
I move that they vote for transitional officers until the election is
Do you have any discussion on this? Okay, then if there's no objections, is there any, can we move
Oh,
by
thank you.
acclamation
Yeah.
on that? Or is there any objections? Okay, then it's accepted by acclamation.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Or if people can afford it, others will afford it.
And nominations for officers of the local station board are open.
beg your pardon?
I did not, actually forgot.
Steve Brown's expired. His
Can
term
we get
expired.
some, do we have any nominations? Let's start with the chair. For the temporary chair of the local station board.
I nominate,
Okay, let me know when you're ready. We have a nomination, we have one nomination for Mitchel Cohen. Are there any other nominations?
Move the nominations be closed.
Does anybody want to nominate?
Let's order first.
It's not a meeting hall, you understand?
How long do we have here?
Well, you know, I mean,
Well, I'm asking you a simple question. Monroe, please.
it's a restaurant, not a meeting hall.
You see that, Mitchell? You said it was, we're gonna meet.
Monroe, this is a business, it's not a meeting hall.
I know, but I
How are you arguing?
made an arrangement, I thought.
$5 minimum.
Later raises with the manager.
Well, who's the manager? That guy?
Doesn't matter, why are you talking about it?
Because he made tell us after we eat our sandwich to go.
You're disrupting our meeting.
Hi, Pat.
That's not the point. The point is that unless we know the parameters and the paradigm.
You're ordering his.
Oh, they have observers.
The point is I was
Bertold
having
and
a
Mia
conversation
are
in
here.
public
Oh,
with
that's
all
nice.
interested people.
That's nice.
Ms.
Legal observers.
Davis.
Okay, can we continue? Do you want to order first?
yes.
All right, we'll
I
stay.
don't know what. You may say
A recess.
Take a recess while we order.
Okay, recess.
I'm asking you how long.
Thank you. I'll bring you some next time.
Excellent sound on this machine.
Check. The honor
So what it's worth.
Yeah. He's still in 3
Tell me in the extra paper.
Oh, don't pay for it, Steve. You'll never hear the end of it.
Fine. that
We
keeps it
need to
disciplined.
move on this, Alex. Let's move on. Running a meeting.
You can't do the meeting when people are ordering. Okay, are there any, they're not, okay, we'll continue the meeting then.
We did good last time.
What? Eating? You mean?
If there are no other nominations, we can,
We need to put it on paper anyway.
yeah. Are there any other nominations? For chair,
Just so far as Mitchell.
temporary chair of the local station board.
Temporary? Maybe not temporary.
Okay, yeah, I stopped, okay, recording again. Okay, so Mitchel Cohen is the only nominee. I believe according to the bylaws, we're not required to do a vote if it's an uncontested
We
election.
should do the vote anyway.
Do we do it with ballots? We have to do the voting.
Okay. Somebody want to hand out a non-member? Frank, can you hand out ballots?
I don't see sandwiches.
So only, wait, you have to make sure he knows who to give them to.
Only to LSB members.
Give to Bob.
No, I'll have a veggie burger.
I don't know, they get a ballot anyway, they don't have to give them a ballot anyway.
Yeah, I have.
But that election wasn't legit.
Yeah. It might be permanent. It might be permanent. You don't know. Don't say temporary. You know.
I
Don't,
nominate Kathy.
Okay, we have a nomination for Kathy Davis. Any other nomination?
What position?
Vice chair. All right, can we get some more ballots? I think that's it.
7 for the total is 7 ballots cast, 10 given out, and 7 for
Okay. I have to, Mitchel Cohen has been voted as chair. I have to relinquish the chair now.
right. That's
I thank you very
exactly
much for voting for me, for those who didn't hear.
I will,
Now the temporary chair, we're now voting for temporary vice
We
chair.
need a pro temp secretary though to keep notes. Okay.
Kathy has been nominated for vice chair. Are there any other nominations? We're doing those 4, and then we're doing one other thing on the agenda after this. Right.
We're gonna, we have a resolution about the GMC.
Can we have anybody else nominating besides Kathy?
Who's got the
Andrea, give him your
who has the blank ballots?
Who hasn't?
I don't know. Where?
Frank, do you have
Frank, you have the ballots?
Frank.
Where's Patty? What happened?
We got the ballots. The ballots. The
Hi,
ballots.
Jim.
What's in here?
It's right there. It's right there.
What are in here? You saved those other ballots, right? And you sealed them All right, still in right chair, so it's not chair.
Jim Crevo, ladies and gentlemen. What a big smile. What a big smile.
Please give out the ballots to the vice.
Oh, there's Patty. Patty's sitting at the end of the
Who wants to give
table.
out the ballots for the vice chair vote?
There's Patty. Hi, Patty. Patty's got another battery. She has the exact same
Give
camera.
out the ballots.
Her friend lent her a camera, and it's the exact same one. So she's got a fully charged battery. So I have enough battery for more than 2.5 hours now. So I'm in good shape.
Mr. Brown needs a ballot.
I'm getting. What did you order?
Some delegates present down there, you should give them a ballot. even if
Oh,
they choose not to
nice.
vote.
I got a soup, slippy soup, and stew beans. I mean, stew beans. I went shopping. I went to the club yesterday. I got more than $90 worth of food. I'm going to be shot up for the next month without going out, without leaving the house.
Get a little work to do so you can get paid.
What?
You have to get a little work to do.
Ah. Well, I'm better this month. I'm better this month because of the money I took out. Without to get a Social Security check, and I have $800 in the bank, so I'm not doing bad. I paid a lot of bills this month too, so it's not bad.
Call the Disabled Students Office at Brooklyn College and see if anybody needs readers.
Oh yeah. How much they pay? How much they pay?
Well, you can seal it again.
They're supposed to pay minimum wage.
There's a lot more light in here than there's a lot more light in here than in that place. That place is terrible. The sound, it's second worst. The worst is the cafeteria. The sound is just abominable.
That's because of that thing they use.
Excellent sound on this camera though. It's as far as it goes, it's
I got more envelopes. What are you doing? I got plenty of envelopes. While we're doing the counting, let's get nominations for secretary. Oh, we don't have them all handed in.
Where?
6, I'm missing 1. No, I'm not missing. Did you hand in there 3? Did you get there 3?
I'm in the wall.
On the wall, I didn't see the wall.
Yeah, no, it's in the wall.
No, after the wall was done.
All right, cut. Voting for secretary, or nominations for secretary.
Okay, so nominations are open for secretary.
Okay. I nominate R. Paul Martin. He had indicated that he would not be averse to this position.
His term is expired, hasn't it?
Yeah, but he doesn't have to be a delegate to be secretary.
Clearly, it's the only one who heard it.
Have their terms expired? These people here, or just
Nominated
you?
for secretary. Okay, so let's find out the votes.
Have their terms expired, Alex? The Justice and Unity, are they voting members?
They are voting members, but they're choosing not to exercise their
Their terms have not expired, right?
No, the ones that are here have not
They don't feel
expired.
comfortable with more ones.
3 Justice and Unity people here are not voting. They've chosen not to vote. However, their terms have not expired, so they would be eligible to vote. They are, as we pictured before, they are Bob Lederer, from left to right, Ray LaForest, and Nia Bediaco.
They can always resign. So we'll have
They're observing.
Transitional anyway.
We don't know what we'll have. It doesn't matter.
Who's after the treasurer? I mean, after secretary.
Did anybody not sign in who should? Did everybody sign in?
I didn't read the petition. It's dangerous because that's how we.
Everybody sign in?
Petition is, please sign it.
And the number of names, we don't know if everybody.
You finished voting, please help me. You have finished voting, please let me have your votes. Steve Brown, did you finish voting?
Monroe Littman, our most persistent public commenter, and caller in to BAI and other stations as well.
Okay, while we're counting the ballots, the nominations are open for treasurer.
Nominations for treasurer. Catherine Burden nominates Jamie Ross.
So there's a nomination for Jamie Ross. Now there are other nominations for treasurer.
I think Jamie would be a good.
Can I speak against them?
Jamie, make Jamie. Nominate Jamie for it.
He is. He's the only one. Are there other nominations besides Jamie?
Jamie has such a nasty personality.
Yeah, is there going to be time for public comment? Public comment. I think we need public comment at a certain point. Special order.
The public has already commented several times.
Well, I haven't commented, and besides, this is a different meeting, so you can comment again. Understand? I have enough battery for this whole meeting because Patty came with her friend's camera. Somebody lent her a camera. It's the exact same one as mine. So now I've got well over 2 hours of battery, whereas before I had maybe not enough for, Okay, cut. And the vote is, how many candidates were there for secretary?
Only one candidate.
Only one candidate. So it's a shoo-in. R. Paul Martin is going to be the secretary. Are they going to announce the vote?
I'm going to do this. While we're waiting for the vote, I'd like...
Do you have some motions?
Yes, while we're waiting for the vote, I'd like to entertain a motion to change the agenda.
Why do you keep hanging?
Hello, Steve.
I move to change the agenda.
So that to move up the resolution on the joint search committee to next on the agenda tomorrow as opposed to whatever else was on the agenda from the meeting. We're running on the same meeting.
We're running on that agenda, but we do not consider that
TREAS. That's all right.
Cutting off again because we know that the treasurer is, or should I cut off? I don't know.
And we're changing it to allow, there's a motion on the floor. Steve, the motion on the floor by Alex to change the agenda to bring up the GM resolution. Do you want to, we need to vote by 2/3 to change the agenda to go to this now. So, will all in favor, please raise your hands. 1, 2, 3, Kathy, 4, 5, 6. You want a roll call? Kathy, are you awake? Oh, no, but we're moving now just to change the agenda to go to this. You can vote against it if you want. Yeah. So it's 1, 2. Let's do this again. All in favor. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kathy? 5 right now. You don't want to change the agenda? So you want to go back to the old agenda where we were in the meeting, is what it means. Well, no, what I'm saying, what we're doing, as I understand my own, is we have an agenda that we're running from the meeting as it existed. The motion was to change the agenda from the meeting to move this up on the agenda to get to it. And then we'll discuss it and vote one way or another. Yes. I don't know, we have 6 so far.
All opposed.
I want to know where we're moving to, so.
What about opposed?
And opposed to changing the agenda. Right, good point. Okay. None opposed.
Can I speak to the motion I'm introducing?
And talk to everybody so they can hear you.
Okay,
Bob, are you listening?
I'm introducing a motion on the GM Search Committee. I believe that since there is a new local station board coming in, and their coming in has been delayed due to all the reasons that we're so well acquainted with, it would only be fair if the new delegates coming onto the new board had a chance to review the recommendations of the GM Search Committee. And I might add that the LSB as a whole has a chance to review the recommendations of the Search Committee. So therefore, I'm introducing the following motion. Be it resolved that the General Manager Search Committee suspend its activities until such time as the newly constituted local station board can meet and review the list of candidates. Furthermore, the GMSC shall not forward any recommendations until such recommendations have been reviewed by the full local station board meeting as a body, including the newly elected members of the 2007 election. Furthermore, any recommendations that may have already been sent out from this body to Pacifica should be withdrawn with an explanation referring to the text of this resolution. Candidates for the general manager position should be immediately informed of the current status of these proceedings.
Is there a second to this motion? Second is Carol. Okay, the floor is open for discussion. Here comes the food, just in time.
Chair,
Food.
Chair, I have a question.
I like photographing food.
How are we going to bill this particular account?
What is this? Toast?
Omelet, who had an omelet?
Who has an omelet?
They get the toast. That toast goes with the omelet.
Nice.
Thank you.
Chicken
How
souvlaki.
are we going to accomplish, let's say we pass this motion, how are we going to effectuate it?
What, say this again?
Well, we
Pass this motion,
will
Hold on,
communicate.
Alex.
how will we effectuate it? Since nobody from the GM Search Committee except me is here, the chair has already sent recommendations to the board and to the interim executive director. By this time, possibly, the candidates have already been notified.
You rescind their actions.
He's already sent it.
Rescind their actions.
Take it notes, I want to know. I've already sent it to the executive director and who? Okay.
Okay, we will communicate this resolution to the national board immediately and to the Pacifica National Office and let them deal with it.
Okay.
And the candidates.
I was also on the search committee, and I understand what you're making, that this motion is making in terms of process. There were some issues of process that I was not completely happy with, but I believe that the station needs a general manager more than we need to fight about the process. So I feel that we need, I think I'm voting for the station. So it's the agenda. Yes,
Comment also, the fact is, as a member of the committee, what I can say, not breaching confidentiality, is all three of the candidates are fine. I had my choice, but I would think any one of them has qualifications to make a big
Alex?
Just for clarification, this motion has nothing to do with an assessment of the candidates. I don't even know who the candidates are. I'm certainly not in any position to assess them. It's about the process. It's about fairness. It's about
Clearly, yeah.
It's about not being saddled with another general manager
I understand.
that nobody was able to pass on. And we don't want that again. We've had enough of that in the past.
I accept the point of process.
Yeah.
Just my comment.
All right, is there further discussion on this
Point of
motion?
information. Don't we have an interim general manager right now?
In name only.
On a date? I mean, go ahead. I would say
No comment is good.
well, I understand that problem, but what I mean is he's still installed right now until we get another one.
So, are there further comments on this resolution? Anybody else?
It's very important that we get somebody good into the office. It should be done ethically. It should be done properly. In other words,
I'll get to the ones.
Cuidado, buscarlo y usted, le va a buscar. Que está buscando para que entienda.
you have to let the judge also know this meeting is taking place. We have servants here. We're trying to be ethical, integrated. Most ethical. It's important that these people are good, that they, or whoever is chosen, and that the LSB people have a right to do their job as was originally delegated, and not just
Monroe Littman comments without the benefit of being a public comment, period.
I mean, I found that to be offensive, that bypass. You like that? Bypass of the bylaws. But the point is that I don't know who these people are. The question is, I'm not sure that the people who were involved with saying them are, in a sense, going to choose the right person. Eventually, who eventually chooses the right person, or hopefully, it's a very complex thing, and the future of this station depends on it.
Possible to amend this motion to the effect that there's some general manager that's being assigned, and due to the fact that we need a general manager, that this person be considered also transition until we have a proper election and a proper committee constituted.
A point of information, what were the candidates told about the term of their tenure? If they were hired, how long would they be hired for? 1-year contract, 2 years?
I don't know. I don't know. I think that the ED, in fact, hires the general manager, and he or she will draw up the contract. I don't know what it's going to say. We never saw the contract with Walter Scott Adams. The ED makes the contract with the general manager.
You may have a legal problem. It was so clear undoing what the committee has been able to do. And the only way to control it is
Carolyn, we might not want to undo it.
well, that's true, but in terms of the process,
What we're establishing is the right to do this.
Follow party soup. Red ball of flip it.
the committee itself
Could be,
What? Soup. Soup.
Follow party soup.
No, yeah, pea soup,
Repeat.
pea soup.
The point of the resolution
Not barley soup.
is not to
Oh.
review the work of the committee. It's simply
Right. Got the Swiss burger.
It's simply to suspend the activities of this committee until we have a properly constituted local
That's a
committee that
cheeseburger, right?
can
Yes,
review the
please.
work of this committee.
Okay, so we now have a motion and one amendment. Andrew's amendment is to
Can we
consider.
have 3 pages for the again? There are 3 pages for
One
the
more.
again? Sorry, one more.
Andrew's amendment was to consider the hiring of a general manager transitional until what?
Until we have a properly constituted election, properly constituted
Properly constituted LSP.
New LSP,
and
newly elected LSP.
It's definitely going beyond the.
Well, the GM
Okay,
search
my
committee
resolution.
is illegitimate.
I'm saying, no, I'm saying that, as Steve pointed out, that we have to retain the highest we could certainly recommend.
Okay, I'm gonna, unless there's further discussion, I'd like to, is that right? Is there any more discussion on the amendment? Vote on the amendment first, which is to consider the hiring of a general manager transitional until we have a properly constituted LSB and GM search committee. That's the amendment. Can we have all in
Alex,
favor
can I borrow your
of that
spoon? Do you
amendment?
need your
Please
spoon?
raise your
Thanks.
hands.
Mitchell, can I ask
Wait, let me taking a vote. All,
In favor of the amendment?
Yeah, but I want to know how it's out of our purview. I mean, I want to know,
oh, we really,
how can we have to figure out what to do? Talk about it.
we can't stay here all night.
Can we complete the vote? We're coming to a vote. Can you finish the vote?
Okay, here's Kathy. So we're voting now on an amendment that Andrea made, which is to consider, to add to this, we're deciding whether or not to add this amendment onto this motion article, which is to consider the hiring of a general manager transitional until we have a properly constituted LSB and GM search committee. All in favor of those eligible to vote, please raise your hands. Okay, that's 2. All opposed? 2, 4. Okay, so it's 4 opposed and 2 in favor.
I don't want anything more than this to pass.
Now, let's go back to the resolution that Alex first read. Is there more discussion on the resolution?
The amendment fails. Who made the amendment?
So, Albert,
What? Andrea. Andrea's amendment fails.
all in favor of the resolution on the GM search committee that Alex made, please raise your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we are. This is it. All opposed? All opposed? 1.
I have to say 5.
5. Okay, so it's 5 to 1. It passes. Okay. Now, what other business do we have?
Setting,
Main motion passes 5 to 1.
job of general manager into my case. Now the question
I don't know.
no, the question, huh? Well, there you go. So thank you. You just like to wag your mouth. It's okay. It's all right. The point is, the problem that exists, according to Mitchel Cohen, is that there's a mismanagement of the station and so forth. Now, I'm not saying that I can prove it 100%. I have my own attitude. But the point is, these 3 candidates might be pro-Bernard White, pro-J.U.
We don't know any, except for the people who are on the board, reviewing candidates, which Kathy's on the board and Steve, but they haven't told us anything about that. Their lips are sealed.
Well,
So we don't know, so this is just dealing with the
It was in subcommittee, now the subcommittee is supposed to go to the other of WBAI, evaluation.
well, that's what the motion says.
That's right. But the point is that I hope that I'm making a point that we may not be any right.
You're absolutely
Thank you.
You're absolutely right, but this motion doesn't address that.
No, but I'm just saying it's part of the whole. If it needs addressing, I think it does need addressing. Are these people listeners to WBAI, or are they from Saskatchewan or something?
No, we're
Can I see the motion, Alex? Thank you.
The staff are being instructed. The staff are, oh, you mean the
Mitch,
staff?
do you want to vote anybody off the LSP for behavior unbecoming an LSP member? Serene for violence? I think that
that's not overreach.
exclusion should parallel exclusion from the station.
If you want to make a motion, it's your prerogative, but I don't want to overreach. Okay, let me know. We did get to the vote.
Why is that overreaching? I don't see that as overreaching.
Carolyn and Alex.
Another motion to amend the agenda. Ask to require and the
Thank you.
that we need to record every single board meeting. Management, both members of management and the treasurer.
Good. Good idea.
I know that means amending the agenda, but that's part of the
I'd like to amend Carolyn's amendment, and I'd like to move that we go immediately to an item on the agenda to pick the date and time of the next local station board meeting and the next delegates meeting that we're required to have in January. It's an agenda item. We're not talking about it. We're talking about an agenda item.
Frank, could you hold this just a minute? I want to get another tape. I want to get some more tapes. Well, when you finish. No, all right.
Okay, so we have two amendments on the floor. We'll deal with Alex's first. Well, the question now is, we deal both. Well, all right, you deal with Alex's first to change the agenda, which requires a 2/3 vote, so that we can pick a date and time for both the LSB meeting, the next LSB meeting, and the directors meeting, the delegates meeting, to pick a director. We need a 2/3 vote, so all in favor of changing to going to that right now? Do you have a side of marinara sauce, please? So let me put this again. All in favor to change the agenda?
Oh,
Second.
who made the motion? The general manager motion.
All right. Is there a second to Alex's? Kathy wants to know if there's a second to Alex's motion to change the agenda. Steve, can you hear?
Yes, I hear.
Do you second that? Thank you. Thank you very much. Steve seconded it.
Who made the motion, the general manager motion? Oh. Alex Steinberg was the maker of the motion, the general manager motion that we just showed on the screen. Yeah, oh thanks, yeah. I gotta get another tape. Yeah,
All right,
thank
all in favor.
you. You can just let that dangle if you want. It's not on. It's not on unless you press the button. So it's
All
not
in
in use.
favor?
You can use it to narrate if you want.
Changing the agenda.
So you press this button, a little icon comes on the screen.
Can you guys shut
See
up,
the little
please?
mic thing?
Steve, are you listening?
Otherwise it's
Bob?
off.
Can you please stop talking? All in favor of changing the agenda to go directly to Alex's amendment, Alex's motion? Please raise your hand. Oh yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 yes.
You got seeds down there?
Mitch, you get me?
All opposed? No? Okay. So let's go to Alex's motion. You want to motivate it? You have a date in mind?
But,
No card. What is that?
oh, I don't use the card. No, that's why
It's
I don't
okay?
use the card.
Okay.
We may, that's true, but we may get a judgment as to
How's the battery doing? The battery's
the
okay.
legislation board, whether
Mushroom and pesto.
We changed the decision of the committee.
it'll determine the composition of the board of the directors. Or not.
So, but even those people can.
We don't know how people voted.
We don't know what the judge will order, but we don't even know if the judge will order anything on that day. But there's a possibility he might.
Let's say he says.
You might be better sitting on the table like
Is the 12 standing
a slider.
That is the body that.
You might be better off sitting at the table like I am. And I'll go eat over there.
Go eat. No, eat. I'll go.
No, you can't go there.
Well, we have to pick a date in January, so if we don't want that date, pick a different date in January.
Why would you do?
So we might as well pick that date.
Right, but you have the vote count between the 24th and the 31st.
The PNB meeting, we want people to be able to sit on the PNB.
I understand, but they would only be transitional until we had a vote.
I don't know what it'll be. We just want to set a date for the meeting. I can't touch that. You have to hold on to that. It's evidence.
Can we take this vote, please? Patty, is there a hand raised?
Not for you.
Oh. So we're voting on. We're voting on making whether or not to set January 24th as the date for the directors, to vote for directors, the delegates meeting.
I don't think it makes any sense to have a meeting before that. Contrary to what the other vote was tonight.
Does it matter that the PNB is meeting?
The PNB can meet without directors from New York. It's possible. It would.
Until the end of January.
We want, if possible, we would like to have directors in place by the 25th. Can we just take a vote on
People
that?
don't want to do it on that day.
For delegates, I think it's going to be.
Who cannot be there on the 24th? Take care of it.
Well, it's got to be after 5.
Let's make it,
It's got to be after the court is adjourned. Whatever.
Can be at night. So two people cannot meet on the 24th, so we need a different date. Now, which could be, we could meet during the PNB meeting on that Friday. At the same location. Friday the 24th.
During the day, but also in the evening. So we might.
We
Yeah.
could have a Friday morning meeting.
Steve, you're not leaving, are you? All this addendum stuff happening. Everything even been voted thus far is.
Mitch, I gotta go for another vote.
I don't understand how.
We could maybe,
Even if
Can we agree on the morning of the 20?
why not rush it and just not set a date and let it go to the, when's the meeting on the 14th? And then we can meet again on the 14th and decide when the directors meet on it.
We don't have any more information.
Well, I mean, the meeting of the illegally constituted LSP is the 14th. We have to set our own meeting.
Underwater shots?
Set it on the 14th.
Wouldn't be able to move any more than
So you want to have an LSP meeting on the 14th and for a decision on the delegates meeting? Not
Wait, I don't understand the logic.
Then we'll lose the opportunity to participate with our delegates on the 14th. Not if we make this a decision before the board.
Doesn't make sense because the court case is not going to back. No matter what happens on that court case, there still has to be a decision about counsel back. To try to squeeze it in.
So what day do people?
What would help is if we know when it is. What if we have a delegate turns out to not be the real delegate in the end? We decide, okay, we don't have a court decision, we have an illegitimate board, we're picking a delegate, the delegate goes to the meeting, then what do we do with all the decisions that are done with an illegitimate delegate on the PNB that weekend?
You mean a director?
Director.
The director loses his membership on the LSP. He's no longer a Andrea, it's in the bylaws.
No, but you're talking about procedural matters. You're doing everything, you're doing everything voted.
I have to truth for
Well, maybe not. Not the solution.
Too bad.
It's really bad to take solutions out of this meeting, to make decisions out of this meeting. They always come back and attack it with the head.
You have a better idea?
When do you want the delegates meeting?
Come up with a better idea.
We can always change it.
I would say that we appeal to the national community. We don't have WBAI delegates at this time. Is this thing all set in stone already? This meeting is already set.
We have to pick directors. We can't appeal to the national board to do that. We have to do it ourselves.
All right, let me make a suggestion.
Decisions are made in that office.
Let me make a suggestion. I'm coming up late.
That is on the
Kevin's
10th.
program is over at 11. So we need to station at 11 p.m.
I have some more information.
That would be very difficult because of the need for public access. Very difficult to get public access at 11 p.m. at the station. I don't think so.
Well, they have to have public access.
Okay, we're going to have people to stop.
I'm waiting for somebody else.
Let's begin the order. Thank you. Okay, the proposal is to meet on the 24th at night. Somebody wants to change that to a different date. Let's propose that we meet at the same, well, I would invite a proposal that we meet at the same date as the Falls LSB's meeting. We're in the same place. We conduct our vote there. Would that
We have to have our own space.
Celebrate the
All right, so what I would suggest is that we pass Alex's motion and leave it to the officers to choose a date. Right, made it to, because we are not getting it.
Well, why not, what was wrong with meeting the Friday morning? People can take off a couple of
Frank, I'd
hours.
appreciate if you don't use that thing. Will you cut it out? It's a laser thing, and those are not good for anybody's eyes.
All right. Okay, let's,
Yes.
The others will be meeting all day, and we should not go with it.
Well, who would not be able to make it?
what about Saturday on the PNB?
You know, when they have a private session. That's a good idea.
Well, some people might be in on that clause, but you can on.
Well, it depends on who's considered a real member.
No, that doesn't matter.
We're a real
Yeah,
member.
but you're driving yourself to
Well, I say we meet on the 24th at 11.
Have this adjunct process. On the 14th, reassess. Can we do that?
Decide on the 14th what to do.
Maybe reassess. I don't know.
They are real members.
That's my proposal, is to delay everything.
Thank you very much. And I'm sorry
I don't think that's realistic with this group.
No, but at least we I mean, 15 minutes.
long as we have a mechanism for another meeting, I don't care. You know, it's fine.
I'm thinking that on Friday, what usually happens is not serious votes for committees or anything. So if the old directors are on Friday morning, we meet Friday at 3 p.m.
We could
and
decide
have
that
our
on the
election at 3.
14th.
And then the evening meeting, and either
Okay, so why not, Carolyn? So, all right, so I'd like to hear a motion to table Alex's to the 14th. There's a motion to table.
Wait a minute. Carolyn just proposed something.
She didn't. We're talking about Carolyn proposed when the directors meeting should take place.
No, when we can elect the directors. We can elect the directors.
Right, and the proposal here, there's a proposal on the floor to table it until the 14th, and then decide then when we're going to be. Then we can take a proposal. We can take a different proposal then.
Is there something objectionable about that?
No, I don't think we're capable of working this out right now. Okay.
I think we need a date for another meeting.
I got the next date.
Set a
So
date.
when it goes out, or
Okay, so
I'll meet you to take over. Oh, okay, go ahead.
next meeting is going to be on the 14th. Please raise your hands. 5, no opposed, 0. Now, all in favor of at that time selecting the date for when the election for directors will take place? We don't have to vote on that now. No, well, that's what Carolyn was proposing.
No, I was proposing that we put it now, so that
We're going around in circles.
we used to be on 24th for a director, a meeting to elect the directors at 4 p.m. on Friday, on 24th. We'll be ready to go to take care of business on Friday evening session. The afternoon may be training.
Can you meet on Friday the 25th?
I can arrange
1
it.
p.m.?
Are we changing? Wait a
All right.
second.
Two separate things. So Carolyn proposed that we meet on Friday the 25th at 4 p.m. at the PMB location. Is that
Yes,
wherever the PMB is?
so location to be discussed, we could choose that. Yeah, let's once we find out. Not necessarily the PMB location. What's the same decision about the PMB location?
We'll meet at the PMB location at 4 p.m. Friday the 25th of January to select directors from WBAI LSB to the
you don't write
all
that.
opposed? 0. Okay, so that's about the setting.
Point of information, are we still meeting on the 14th?
Yes. Okay, and what else is on? Carolyn had something?
No, we didn't set time. Yeah, we have it.
Right. And Carolyn, you had a motion that,
We're watching the agenda to accommodate, to pass a motion that
can we do this on the 14th?
Can we have a few minutes for public comments and then adjourn?
So we're going to have public comments and then adjourn.
Public comments, Patty. Public comments. Want a public comment?
You'll have to speak loud, that's all.
Well, this is a great idea. I hope that the board the elections, I hope the elections will get solved soon and that I get I get to vote finally, and with everybody else, and I hope they can figure out what happened to everybody's ballot. And I look forward to the next year. If things don't change, we're going to lose the station and the network. So I'm all for change.
Other public comments?
The surviving unexpired delegates for meeting here tonight are okay, but I really want to be able to vote for some new delegates. I get to vote for them sometime before PNB directors are selected.
Can you play that back over here so we can hear
I'd like to, just so everybody knows what we discussed here and decided upon. We elected 4 people for the 4 positions to serve until this court case is finished and until the elections are resolved, the issues. So we're in there temporarily. We passed the motion that the GM Search Committee, there's a better process for them reporting to the LSP rather than bypassing the LSP. We set our next meeting of the LSP for the same night as the other meeting, on the 14th. We set the time to elect directors for the delegates to meet to elect directors to the PNB. To meet on the Saturday of the PNB meeting at 4 p.m. Saturday?
Friday.
Okay, it's Friday, sorry.
Did you elect directors?
Yes, we did. We elect the Friday of the PNB meeting at 4 p.m. at the location where the PNB is meeting, which we don't know where that is yet. It might be in New Jersey or New York City.
Thank you, Bob.
And I believe I believe that's what we passed.
Now, when Joe wants to
Well, I would only say that you all know what I'm going to say. I think that it's a shame that whatever the reasons are for the diminished membership, that especially with Amy Goodman coming out with the books and a Democracy Now! And all these stations and affiliates, that the world and we being on the internet and so on and so forth, and having archives, that the station, rather than burgeoning or maintaining itself, is fraught with all sorts of
2 waters here.
to the point that you can't even have a democracy where there's difference of mind without being called racist. So the point is that it just is, who is the king of the hill? You know that old game where the kids would try to run up and push the other person off, and sort of a little war sort of a situation. So the point of everything is that
Monroe keeps talking as long as he can keep talking. That's the point of everything. Everything.
So that we'll move on from there, because maybe the judge will come up with something. But the point is that there is something wrong when people who I tell the story about the 4 birthday people who aren't mentioned, and then Bernard says, I don't know them, so therefore you don't know them. What kind of a thing? This is mind control. This is like saying, yeah, Bernard, I don't know them because you don't know them. Well, whoever heard anything, so thank you. Whoever heard anything like this, and it's on the public air. And this air belongs to the people, and the people aren't happy. So the upshot is that this isn't just this incident.
Well said.
Affects people. I see people will go around saying exactly what Bernard said. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. My life is a joke. Those 4 people who aren't mentioned are jokes. And then he goes and says that he was born and he was born at Harlem Hospital and there was a star in the sky and said Jesus Christ.
Alright, let's not get into...
Well, he did say that on here. So the upshot is that there's something wrong with the management. And I hope that these three people that you actually saw, right? You saw their them in person, or you just read? Yeah. But so you actually met them too?
Yeah.
You think that they might go out into the public and
Before you answer this, we're still doing a process. The meeting is still almost adjourned. Carol is out.
Okay, what I wanted to say was that generally local committees create fine venues for the PMB meetings. This board has never created a venue to find a venue for the January PMB meetings. National did it last time because we were incapable. We never set up a venue. Anybody could afford it. So I'm proposing that this new board form a committee with as many non-board members as possible to approve a venue right now for the PMB meeting. Otherwise, we're going to end up in Bergen County or something, or Jersey, or downtown New York. I mean, I think we should do something in that location that we can afford.
I'm leaving $6 here.
This one is from.
Oh, we could. There are places in Brooklyn, you know.
Well, that's fine. I think that's quite possible. My point is that we should be doing this with communities and national, because they'll go to their friends and find suitable places.
What's that?
I'm proposing a planning committee, an ad hoc committee to locate suitable venues and recommend them to the PMB.
Well, my plate is full, but if people want to volunteer for that,
Relatively much more bare bones right now. We could always make a road recommendation.
If people want to volunteer to do something like that, I have no problem with it.
So, Carolyn,
My plate is pretty full.
all right, Carolyn, we need to end this in a few seconds.
Have an omelet on it?
Carolyn has proposed that people who would like to volunteer to be on a committee to help situate the next PMB meeting get together to do that. I don't want, I hope that wasn't a formal thing for the board, that was just an announcement to get people together. And then we'll meet. Right, I don't want.
It's a suggestion.
Yeah, suggestion that people get together for the help of the PMB finally.
That sounds good to me. I think I can be in Long Island, but Brooklyn, people don't have to because of the price. I think this is such a good viable places. Well, that's the point.
If you want to talk about that, you should join that committee.
Thank you.
Can we,
Bob wants to say something. Rob.
Okay, I can end the public comments. I want to thank all the members of the legitimate LSP, not just by court order, not just by virtual being in a diner, but by having intelligent, progressive ideas, sharing them in a civilized way, not bringing up race or sex organs or sex feelings. Thank you for giving me some hope, both for WBAI and for America.
Hey, here.
motion to adjourn?
Yeah.
Unless there's any more public comments?
Go ahead.
Motion to adjourn.
There's a motion to adjourn. All in favor? Please raise your hand. No, just raise your hand so we don't do the same thing. Adjourn.
Is this the bill for this table?
Oh, 10.
3:10?
What time is it now? Adjourn.
Okay. Okay.
A tea, a peppermint tea.
It looks like the meeting is adjourned. I asked whether there was, oh no, they're not going to adjourn. Well, he's joking. The 3 Justice and Unity board members are leaving.
Get it recorded now.
We have Patty.
I don't know where my, where's my,
Did you eat anything?
There they go.
Is there broccoli on one of those bills?
Broccoli? It's usually on here.
Broccoli omelet on one of those
How much
bills?
was it?